Hey up, troops. It's A Littleton here with it. Every time, man. With another video, and this week we're looking at Echo. Echo. That's funny, isn't it? I don't actually see that many people playing Echo these days, but I think he serves a really, really good purpose if you put his drones in smart places. He can serve as an intel gatherer, he can stop the plants, and he can also be a sort of roaming, aggressive drone user as well. So there's one round that I played the other day on Chalet where I was playing Echo and I was using him quite aggressively because we had the man advantage. I'll put a clip in that before we get into the different Yokai spots I'm going to show you. But first, I'm just going to talk quickly about the way to use Echo and a couple of tips in my opinion. As always, if you don't want to hear me babble on about Echo and how to use him and my tips and tricks and the way I personally use him, have a look at the timeline below and you can skip to the different maps to just have a look at the Yokai spots. So the first one to bear in mind is Echo can stop the plant by firing his sonic blast at the planter. Now the range on that isn't massive, it's only 14 meters. However, in testing it's more like 13 meters. So just bear that in mind. You can't put a drone on the opposite side of the map and then stop the plant from a mile away. It's a maximum range of 14 meters. Don't put the Yokai drones above a door that is a busy traffic area. So if somebody's going to be grenading that door or firing an ash charge to clear barbed wire or whatever it might be, keep the drones in a safe place away from people killing them by accident before they even know they're there. Be conscious of the time in the round and know when to use those Echo drones. If you know there's only 10 seconds left and you're in a 2v1, don't go for the kill. Get your drone in a smart place and stop the plant to win the round. And on the flip side, if you see someone coming in, holding trench door on Chalet and you've got a drone in the area, an Echo drone, don't fire a sonic boom at him straight away. It's going to serve no purpose. All it's going to do is tell the enemy that you've got an Echo and a drone looking at that door. And finally, what I'm going to show you in this clip is don't be afraid to get aggressive but sensible with the drones. Again, if you've got the man advantage, get on the roam with the drones, keeping it safe to try and find where the last one or two enemies are and help your team out. Granted, you probably won't get the kill from it, but if you win the round, you win the game. That's the joy of Siege. You can help out your team without getting the kill yourself. So that's enough of me babbling on about Echo. I'm going to show you the different spots on the different maps where you can utilize the drones. So let's get stuck into it. So I'm just going to talk over this clip really quickly. It was actually a really fast round, but it's just an example of how me not even coming off the drone for the entire round, I can give the information about the Zofia being in vents going back to the front door. We get the pick on her now, and then go outside, try and find the other two. I find the Finker at the front door. It's just an example of constantly being on the drone, feeding information for the team to work off and winning the round in, what, a minute and a half, I think it is. So yeah, you get aggressive on the drones if you can. So we're top floor on Cafe, and this one is absolutely excellent. However, I will say now this isn't my original idea. I saw this in a Pro League game. I'm fairly sure it was liquid, but I'm not 100%. But anyway, we've reinforced the wall here as you normally would, and we've shotgunned out the top. I've got the shotgun with me. If you've got a mute or a smoke, if you want to use the MP5, ask them to shotgun the top out. Get a little bit closer to the wall, throw the drone so it hits the top of the wall first, and it'll just sit up there. Then look at this view that you get all the way across Long Bar into shop and under new. Look at that. Now what I'll do is I'll give you the attacker's perspective, and it's basically impossible to see. There's no way that you know that's there. Obviously we know it's there, but what a view that is of the entirety of that side there. So the other one I saw from the same site was also that same match, and like I say, I'm sure it was liquid. They had an Echo drone just behind this Heaven bar here. They kept it on the floor, and it's a really good idea. So the default cam's going to get taken down fairly quickly. Don't leave the Echo drone on the roof the whole time, because whenever someone's looking for that default cam, this is not going to be particularly difficult to see behind. However, when you need a bit of information, you can pop up, get the information, and drop the drone back down. So you can say, yeah, there's two new hatch, or whatever you're going to say. You can then be aggressive with this drone if you want to. You can get across here and stop the plant anywhere you need to. Or be a bit more aggressive with this one, whilst you've still got the overview of the drone that you put on top of the reinforcement earlier. Another absolutely excellent spot for Echo on Cafe top floor defense is if you shoot out the bar, which is quite easy to do even with the MP5. Shoot it out all the way around the front and the back. If you then throw your Echo drone inside the bar, if you then throw your Echo drone inside the bar and just drop it down to the floor, don't put it up to the top of the bar straight away. Keep it on the floor, listen for the audio cues of which side the plant is. Pop the drone up, get them off the plant, and pop it back down. The first thing the attacker's going to do once they get off the plant here is go, where's that Echo drone here? Where's that gone? Unless they're aware of the trick already, the last place they're going to be looking is under this bar. So the first one we'll show you is over here on Clubhouse, and it's defending top floor. And where you want to get the drone ultimately is just on that tire there, the other side of that pipe. So throw it on the floor, line it up with the pipe. It takes a couple of tries because you can't see right above you. Just a little bit further forward. Just there. That's a perfect angle. If you bear in mind the gadget is outlined in white there, so it's very obvious for us to see. As you're pushing up here, you're certainly not looking up there. And the cam can give you a view of all of garage, bottom garage, and you can stop the default plant by just using the echo drone on that spot there. With the second drone on this site, I tend to get quite aggressive with it. So you've got a really fast line from I play in cache, and you can go from cache straight out into sort of top red area, and then you can peek the breach as well to see what's going on out there. Don't spend too long here because the echo drones are quite loud, and anyone playing out there will hear it quite quickly. But if you want to know how many people are on the breach, if you've got information there's two somewhere else, and you can peek outside and go, oh yeah, there's that many there, and dip back inside. The best place for it in cache though, once you're trying to defend properly, is probably up here, so you can see into construction as well. Just a quick general tip whilst I'm on a map with a hatch. Not everyone knows you can actually send an echo drone up and out of a hatch, and it's most used on Kafe, I've seen. If you drop the echo drone in here, it'll go up to a certain level, have a look outside, and then it'll bob back down. So you can go up, get the information, and it'll come back inside the map. Imagine how strong that is when you're around Kafe with the two hatches on the top floor. So this one's for basements on Clubhouse. As you can see, I've prepped this wall as you would normally find it. A line of sight, a reinforcement, and a rotate. But what I've done here is shotgunned out the top of the wall. Now, if you don't bring the shotgun on echo, ask one of your teammates. You'll generally have a smoke or a mute or a maestro or something. Just shotgun out a couple of lines of sight at the top of that wall. What you then want to do is throw your echo drone up to hit this part of the ducting. It'll land on top of that. You then want to go as close as you can to here, a little bit off, and then up to the ceiling. That'll lock in. What you can then see from there is sound calls for all blue, and you got a decent view of blue as well. You can actually see anyone dropping down from Adam or Secret, whatever you want to call it. You can see that there. And then the line of sight you've also got as well is right into Moto and a couple of the default plants around Moto. So if I'm coming through Moto door, you can see me here. Oh, spin that round. You can see me there. You can call someone coming in. If I'm planting behind the bar or behind the flight cases, you can see I'm planting there, and you can fire your drone over to get me off the plant. So we're top floor in Oregon now, and all I've done is shot out the two top drawers. Definitely shoot both drawers out so it matches. If you just shoot one out, it looks a bit obvious. Go prone, aim your drone into the drawer, it'll land there. Spin it around and back it up into the drawer. You can see trophy door, but don't expose yourself too much to that because it's quite obvious to see. When an attacker's coming through the breach, you've got the information that they're coming through because you can see it on the cam from this angle. When you see them coming in for the plant, wherever they might be going, you've then got to react quickly, get the drone off, drop it down and get them off the plant. Ow! Another one for the same site, and this is a great intel drone, but people coming from attic will usually find it before it's any use if they take attic. So whilst it's there, you can stop the default plant behind the games table. You can see all of kids pretty much, and you can stop the plant by firing that behind the bed if they go there. But you can also see the entry into big window through the usual rotate on the left-hand side of that wall. I think this is a really, really solid drone and a really good cam spot. But yeah, it's up to you which one of those two you want to use, really. We're downstairs now in Oregon. This is another great echo cam or echo drone in my opinion. So you normally have this wall reinforced, and I know the hatch doesn't normally open, the hatch is reinforced, but I've made a line of sight on this one wall here on the right hand side. Put the cam on the floor here, send it up to the ceiling, and what you can see from here is blue, bit of blue if need be. You can also then see the hatch drop and to default plant to get them off there. Their first reaction, if someone's planting there and they get off the drone, is to look around here and go, where's the drone? Can't see the echo drone. The last thing they're going to do is look through there. Bear in mind, it's not going to have a white haze around it for them either. Okay, we're upstairs on Consulate. I've made the usual reinforcement in the middle of the connector wall, and I've made the rotate on the left-hand side, but I've also opened up a bit more of the wall above. What I'm then going to do is throw the Yokai drone onto the cabinet there and connector, step it out a tad so it sticks to the ceiling. We can now see connector window. We've got sound calls into projector, but crucially we can see CEO windows and the jump in, and we can stop the default plant. So whilst we're on Consulate, I use this one sometimes, but I don't think it's as strong as others. Put it behind the ceiling fan, so it's fairly well hidden if you're coming from security through this line of sight. But when it's up there, it's just going to be a pretty decent intel drone, really. You're not going to be able to stop the plant because it's going to be too far away at the garage, but you can see the right-hand side of the garage door, you can see security doorway, and you can see kitchen door as well. Now, All you've got to do is create a couple of lines of sight with the shotgun. Obviously, if you play the MP5, you're going to have to ask a teammate to do it for you, or this might not be the best position for you. So another one for top floor on bank, and again, this is more of an intel yokai than it is anything else. You take it all the way down to the loan office, line it up with the middle of the settee, essentially. Step back a tad from the settee, and up it goes. It takes forever to get to the top, but once it's up there, obviously, you get the information you're getting all of lobby, banana stairs, and you can see right the way through to janitor door, and anyone coming out of stock or coming up top main. Really useful drone. It's just one of those that maybe later in the round you probably want to look at getting a little bit closer to sight so you can actually use the Yokai's disruption ability, or just keep it there all round for unbelievable intel. So we're downstairs on bank. This one's been around for absolutely years, even before the bank rework, but I'll show you anyway. So the default breach is open. You're normally going to get like a thermite or someone backing up to try and plant in here. What you can do is throw your drone right into the corner here of this little alcove, spin it around, make sure you're in the corner, and get up onto the ceiling. The drone is then hidden behind this beam. You can't actually see that from here. And if you're here wondering where the drone is, we can't see it. If you're here, we can just about see it. What you're then going to be able to do is stop anyone who's on the default plant here. This spot, once someone's got control of server and they've opened this wall, is notoriously difficult to stop. So what I'll do some rounds is I'll even put both drones up there to cover that. And it just means I'll have 4 shots in terms of echo concussion nades of stopping the plant. And by the time someone's been hit twice, they think, right, well, that's it now. They haven't got any more echo concussion shots. You've got another drone up there to give them 2 more. Really try and disrupt the attackers. Okay, we're on top floor on Chalet, and this one is not spicy at all. It doesn't take any massive setting up or any long lines of sight. It's dead simple, but it's super effective. So you go over to the sofa, make sure you throw the drone on the sofa, turn it around, come to the edge, and what you want to be doing is keeping the breach so you can see ankles, but so you're behind this beam as well. So probably a little bit further forward there. So you can see somebody vault through by the feet if you need to, so you can make the call that they're in. And then as soon as they go to plant behind, as you can see from here, you can see my feet. And as soon as I go to plant on half wall, you'll be able to see that. And you can also get me off the plant. From there as well, obviously you can also watch the balcony door, and anyone coming in from piano or rotate, whatever it might be. But just a really solid drone, takes very little setup time, and will win rounds if you can get somebody off the plant behind half wall. The second one downstairs on Chalet, I actually really enjoy playing. What I'll do is don't throw it in the corner because you want to keep it as close to cover as you can. So don't put it over here because if an enemy sees it, you've got nowhere to take the drone. If you're this side and you just keep the door just there and they see it, you can bob it down and get it into safety if need be. You haven't got to travel all this distance as well. But I'll keep it here as standard and keep an eye on the trench area. And then what I'll do is I'll aggressively play the drone and move it over to this drone hole and keep an eye on blue. Sometimes I just leave it here for the first minute or 2 of the round just so we can watch blue. And then what I'll do is if I know someone's trench, I can turn it around, get to the ceiling, concuss them, get back through the drone hole, keep an eye on blue still, and just aggressively play this drone. I think it works really well. So we're over to Villa, and again, a dead simple one. There's nothing snazzy about this. What we're going to aim to do here is get the echo drone up into onto that ping there, so it can't be seen from this door, and it's not going to be seen from this door. But you can still deny the default plant behind the vault wall. So you go into the corner, step out just a tad, and up we go. That's probably a bit too close, a little bit further over. What you want to do is only be able to see the ankles here, because you don't want them to be able to see the drone from the doorway. That's better, that's what you want. So you want to find the drone there. When you're in study, you can't actually see the drone. No, you still can't see it when you're that close. And if we go over to AV door, it's behind this, even when you get to here, you can see feet. And you're going to be able to see the default plant. But they can't see you from either door. Okay, we're over in trophy. This one's for general intel, although you can stop a plant if the plant tries to go down in trophy. What you want to be doing for this drone is getting it up onto that ping there. So you want to throw the drone in line with the beam, step it out just a tad, and you can see the master door entry onto concrete. You can see the Astro rotate, and obviously you can see a little bit of pig or wolf. But it's a really good overview of the site and the main entrance in from the usual plant there. That you won't be able to deny the plant, it's too far away from the echo drone's range, but you'll be able to get the intel that somebody's in. Okay, so a top floor on border, I actually use 2 pretty much all the time when I play Echo here. The first one's going to go on the middle of this sort of arch inside the map here. And this one isn't really going to do much other than give you unbelievable intel on various different parts of the map. Go a little bit further back perhaps. Just there. So from that one drone, you can now see the break room balcony. You can hear and see a little bit of east stairs. You can see through this trestling all the way if someone jumps into office window or comes to office double and is in the general office area, and you can also see down to 90. Now, if you're using the shotgun on Echo, what you can also do is shotgun out the top of this wall, like so, and that will also give you intel down onto CC door. If I nip down there quickly, you can see that if I'm here, you can also see me, and you can see an enemy's there as well. Well, the second one that I use on border, top floor, or even defending any site on border, because security or CCTV is always a busy area, is if you've seen my pre-placed drone video, that is exactly the same place I always put pre-placed drones. So right up there in the corner with this Echo drone, back it up into the corner as far as you can. And even when you're vaulted on this table, it's really difficult to see. We can just see the edge of it there. Now, it is quite loud, so an attacker may hear it, but when they're trying to find it, they won't know where it is. From there, you've got all the information of CC, which will be crucial early round when you're defending top floor especially. But as the round goes on, if you've got the man advantage and it's a 3v2 or a 4v2 or a 3v1 or whatever it might be, and you know the plant's going down, you can get aggressive with the drone. You can actually get across from CC over to armory lockers and get up on the ceiling and stop a plant if need be. So there we have it. That sums it up. They're the best yokai spots in my opinions on the rank maps that I've shown you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out massively. If there's any other videos that you want to see, drop us a DM on Twitter or get in touch with me on my Twitch stream, and I'm there 4 days a week. Thanks very much for watching once again, and I'll see you next time.